We've had a tumultuous few years in our district with dismissing our past superintendent, the CFO, and many other dramas that have played out in board meetings. Should community requests and complaints come into play with major decisions like this? And if so, to what extent? I think this is a good question. It does highlight some of the facts around our community over the past several years, perhaps. Information and facts that I continue to kind of become more aware of over time and learn more about. And as I learn more about them, I think I would love to have the opportunity to speak into them. I would say that I might describe myself as a consensus builder, of someone that I would love to interact with everybody around, whether we share similar opinions or where we have very different opinions. But to be able to interact with everyone in a very meaningful way, in a constructive way, very obviously respectful way, because ultimately we all have a common goal. The common goal is to support our students, support our children, and make sure that we're providing excellent education. So because that's my base assumption that all of us are working towards that common goal, I think it's actually very easy to then unify everyone around that. So even if we have different views on what that might look like, on what excellent education should be or how to support that, all of those different types of opinions and views are very valuable. So in terms of community outreach and speaking into these particular topics, I think that is absolutely necessary. We are educating the students of the families of this community, right, of this area in Charter Oak. So I think the community needs to make sure that there is that voice present. And I think it's incumbent upon board members to have that connection to the community. As public servants in an elected position, we're elected to serve you. We're elected to represent you. That's really what this is going to be about. And so even though I may have a lot of my own specific ideas of what great education can look like and how we can achieve that, I think I would definitely need to always be informed by everyone else's views as well. Because to me, it's actually more important to provide the type of experience that our families want, right? And I think to that, I then can bring in and add to it my expertise to make sure that we can implement it in the most effective way. But it really needs to start from that foundation. So I do think that the community should speak into that. I think it's something that can be met head on. I think any challenge should always be met head on, and coming from a place of building community and working together. So I think that's definitely key.